Hello, and welcome to The Best of the Nest, a program produced by television production students of Armstrong High School that takes place and looks at things with a student's point of view. I'm Rutland Johns of AHS-TV, and today we'll be taking a look at the NFL playoffs leading into the Super Bowl. Let's take a look.
Hello, I'm Adam Utarian.
And I'm Luke Rogalski of AHS-TV. Today we are joined by Mr. Flanders to talk about the NFL playoffs along with the Super Bowl. Would you please tell us a little bit about yourself for our viewers?
Yeah, sure. I'm a math teacher up here at Armstrong Senior High School. I teach Algebra 1, Algebra 2. I teach probability and statistics. I've had just about every student, I believe, at some point. I'm an active sports fan. I coach the girls softball team up here at Armstrong. I've coached girls tennis. I love going to baseball games, but we're here to talk about NFL football, and that's what I love.
Thank you. We're going to take a closer look at the NFL postseason time.
Hello, I'm Michael Wogman of AHS-TV, and today we're taking a look at the Steelers' postseason run. Let's see what AHS has to say about it. Today I'm joined by Gavin Grafton to talk about the Steelers' postseason run. So Gavin, did you watch the Steelers and Chiefs game the other night?
I did. Very disappointed.
It was pretty disappointing. Did you expect any better?
No. I was surprised we got the first touchdown. Of course, it's our defense because our offense can't score. But after that, I got very disappointed.
Yeah, I felt the same. And how did you feel about Ben Roethlisberger's last game at Heinz Field in the regular season?
It was an emotional scene. I was pretty sad watching it. He's been my quarterback my whole childhood when I grew up watching football. So
Yeah, same with me.
yeah, but it's time for him to go.
Yeah, it is. He's pretty old and washed now,
Yeah,
even though we all love him.
He's as mobile as a tree.
Yeah. And how do you feel about the Steelers' playoffs chances next year?
Well, depending on who we get as quarterback, it might be up, it might be down. I can see us drafting a rookie quarterback and then starting Mason Rudolph, so our playoff chances are 0 and none. So.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Hopefully we get a good quarterback and can make some noise next year.
Hopefully.
Well, there you have it, folks. Straight from the Hawks beat. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Michael. I'm Adam.
And I'm Luke of AHS-TV. For those of you just joining us, we are joined by Mr. Flanders to talk about the NFL playoffs and Super Bowl.
Mr. Flanders, who are the best teams remaining in the NFC and the AFC?
Well, right now the best teams on paper are the Kansas City Chiefs. They have that explosive offense with Mahomes and Tyreek Hill, and Mahomes has been in the Super Bowl the past 2 years. And then on the other side, the NFC, it looks like the Rams are the best team remaining. So it should be interesting.
Yeah, I really thought the Packers were the best team, and then that was crazy.
Both teams that had the bye, the Packers and the Titans, are eliminated. And I don't think many people saw that coming.
What is your prediction for the Super Bowl matchup?
Okay, you guys are going to laugh, but I'm going to predict that the Bengals are going to upset the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, there's a couple reasons for that. Number one, they have the best young quarterback out there in Joe Burrow, and they have already beaten the Chiefs this year, which many people may not realize. So I like the Bengals and the AFC. The NFC matchup, Rams and the 49ers. I'll give you a little fun fact that people don't know. The 49ers defeated the Rams twice this season. But I'm going to say that the Rams get them. The third time will be the charm, and it will be the Bengals against the Rams.
Did you expect the Steelers to make the playoffs?
No, I did not expect the Steelers to make the playoffs. Who would have thought that the worst team in the NFL, the Jacksonville Jaguars, would be able to beat the Colts, and then the Steelers, who had to win out and beat the Browns and the Ravens to get in, and that's exactly what happened. They beat the Browns and the Ravens, but crazy that Jacksonville was able to beat the Colts and allow the Steelers to sneak into the playoffs.
Yeah, it almost was a waste of them to be in, though, because we got crushed by the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs are on a different level. The Steelers, they're a mediocre team at best, and I think their record showed that. I mean, they tied the Lions.
Yeah, I know.
What were you feeling during the Steelers versus Chiefs game?
Well, I think it was the Bills versus the Chiefs game, and Viewers and analysts have said that was the best NFL game in the history of the NFL. The Bills and the Chiefs. There were 13 seconds left. The Bills took the lead, and I was actually talking to my dad on the phone, and I said, "The Bills did it. They're gonna defeat the Chiefs." I got off the phone. They were in overtime. The Chiefs were able to march down the field in 13 seconds, force overtime, and then a coin flip unfortunately decided that game because neither team could stop the other one. So hats off to Mahomes. I mean, he's looking for 3 Super Bowls in a row.
What a game for Gabriel Davis, though. 4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns, 201 yards, and he lost. Keep that in mind.
After I saw that Bills touchdown, I just turned it off. I thought it was over. No way.
Yeah.
Thought Mahomes was going to get down the field.
I thought it was over. I was pulling for the Bills. Yeah. You know, back in the Jim Kelly days, 4 straight Super Bowls. You know, they still haven't won one.
I almost feel bad for Allen. I mean, he couldn't have played any better.
The Bills have the most tortured fan base in the NFL. You know, so close so many times. But I do have a feeling that Josh Allen, in his future, I can see a Super Bowl in his future.
I agree. All right, how shocked were you that the Niners upset the Packers?
That was the biggest surprise of the weekend. I did not see that coming at all. A lot of people want Jimmy G out of San Francisco, but the guy wins. I think he's 4-1 in the playoffs now. I believe that's his record. And if they can go to Green Bay, Lambeau Field, and knock them off, they've already beaten the Rams twice. I mean, the 49ers are looking good. I mean, they're going to be excited. You know that fan base is going to try to sneak into the Rams stadium and try to have half of that venue. So, I mean, I'm picking the Rams, but don't be surprised if the Niners pull the upset.
I know for sure that game, I know you're a bettor yourself, messed up a lot of people's bets too.
Yeah, the Green Bay loss destroyed parlays this weekend.
Aaron Rodgers too. I mean, he's lost in the AFC Championship. What? Like how many times?
Aaron Rodgers only has 1 Super Bowl victory. Like that's crazy. As good as that guy is, you know, I know a lot of Steeler fans are hoping to get Aaron Rodgers, and maybe that loss to San Francisco might make Rodgers think about playing elsewhere.
I look at Brady obviously as the GOAT, but from a skill point, I think Aaron Rodgers is the most talented quarterback to ever play.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers has total control of what's going on in that field. You know, he is actually the coach on the field.
I agree.
Which defensive or offensive player do you think will make the biggest impact?
You know, I'm a Pitt guy, and one of the best defensive players ever to come out of there is Aaron Donald. And Aaron Donald is he's that defensive lineman for the Rams, and he causes havoc. I mean, you have to double team that guy. You know, Jimmy G, he doesn't scramble as well as most. And if the 49ers cannot stop Aaron Donald, it's going to be a long day for San Francisco. So I think he will definitely make the biggest impact. Also, you have Ramsey, one of the Rams corners, and he's going to be matched up on the 49ers receivers. The 49ers have some really good receivers. So look for him to make a play. Also on Deebo Samuel.
Which offensive player do you think will have the biggest impact?
Well, the offensive player is going to have to be Joe Burrow if the Bengals have a chance. I'll actually say the Joe Burrow-Jamar Chase combination. You know, those guys are both from LSU. They're just taking the NFL by storm here, continuing to win games. If they knock off the Chiefs, I mean, they've already opened eyes, but if they knock off the Chiefs, I mean, I don't know how anybody stops this team. The Steelers have some tough sledding the next 4 to 5 years in the AFC North with Burrow and Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I love that Aaron Donald pick, and like it's hard not to give him Defensive Player of the Year every year. But the season T.J. Watt had 22 and a half sacks.
Yeah. Tied the record.
You have to give him Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, we're biased. This is Steeler country, but yeah, T.J. Watt definitely deserves it. You know, Aaron Donald's got some great players on that defense that he's playing with on that line. The Steelers, both lines are banged up, injured, not as strong as the Rams, so it makes it even more impressive what T.J. Watt did. T.J. Watt scored that first touchdown against the Chiefs, set the tone. Without T.J. Watt, the Steelers would be in some big trouble.
Do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, I just think this is one of the most exciting NFL playoff maybe ever. You know, they added a team, so now there were 7 teams in each conference. And those 4 games last weekend, think about it. 3 of them were a field goal, and the 4th one was an overtime touchdown. I don't know if we've ever seen that in the history of the NFL.
Those games all could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Very skillful teams.
If you played those games again, you'd probably have different outcomes.
All right, let our viewers know. Do you have any bets you'd like to make for the Super Bowl?
Well, if I had to put money on it, I like the odds of the Bengals. I mean, the Chiefs are the huge favorite to win the Super Bowl, and the Bengals are the opposite direction. But I like to say that's the smart money. Okay, so you got a little extra out there, go with the Bengals.
I do like that Bengals pick because recently Joe Burrow said that, because you know how loud the Chiefs Stadium is. He says there's going to be no stadium louder than an SEC stadium.
Yeah, and it could come down to the kicking game, and the Bengals, they got that McPherson out of Florida. He's really good. You know, the Chiefs kicker, Harrison Butker, is good also, but if it does come down to a field goal, that Bengal kicker's riding high right now.
I'd have to agree with you on the Bengals pick. I think it's going to be them and the Rams. I don't see the 49ers beating them for a 3rd time.
Yeah. I mean, I've been wrong. I mean, most people have been wrong this playoff, so who knows? But I'm rooting for the Bengals. I know it's a Steeler rival, but it's been a long time since the Bengals have been relevant. But if they don't get past the Chiefs this year, look out for next year. I mean, think about those quarterbacks. You have Mahomes, Allen, and Burrow all in the AFC.
I'd say Steelers, if we have any chance, we have to go after a big-time free agent. Like Deshaun Watson, I think is a good option. We'd have to trade for him, and he'd cost a lot, but he'd honestly be worth it. He's young. When he plays, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, in my opinion. Or we can draft Kenny Pickett from Pitt. But I don't think he could start right away.
Steelers definitely have to close that gap at the quarterback position because these other teams, it's a quarterback league. With Burrow, Mahomes, and Allen, if the Steelers don't have a quarterback that can move out of the pocket, can scramble under pressure, step up, make some plays. I mean, Ben had a great year, but Ben's time has passed. It's time to move on.
Well, that's it. That's all for this segment of Best of the Nest. I'd like to thank Mr. Flanders for joining me today to talk about the NFL postseason predictions.
Thanks. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back with more AHS-TV's Best of the Nest.
Hello, I'm Mason Conroy from AHS-TV, and I'm here with Gavin Grafton and Noah Shuttleworth to talk a little bit about the Super Bowl. So, Gavin, going into the Super Bowl, who do you think was going to win?
Well, I like both teams. If the Rams won, I was happy for Matthew Stafford. If the Bengals win, I was cool too. But I wanted the Bengals to win more than anything. It was an enjoyable game to watch.
What do you think, Noah? Who do you want to win going into the Super Bowl?
Honestly, I didn't really care either. Like he said, I like to see Matthew Stafford get a ring and Aaron Donald. He's always a good performer. But I also think it would have been cool for like Joe Burrow and all them young guys to go out there and bring a ring to Cincinnati.
Yeah, I mean, we're all big Steelers fans here. I figured, if Rams weren't going to get it this year, this was going to be their final chance because, Aaron Donald said if he wins the Super Bowl, he's thinking about retirement.
Right.
Think he's going to retire?
I don't know. It's not. I feel like he still has so much to give. He's still such a talented player, but even Calvin Johnson, all those guys, Barry Sanders, they all retired young just because it's such a beating on your body. So who knows?
Yeah, he's doing the same thing Luke Kuechly did, won that Super Bowl, getting out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about that halftime performance?
I thought it was great.
It's crazy.
I think it was the best one we've seen, honestly, ever.
Yeah.
Obviously we haven't seen every single one ever, but
Yeah, I know what you
it's
mean.
pretty good.
Who had the favorite part? Out of Kendrick?
Probably Snoop Dogg.
You think Snoop Dogg had the
Yeah.
best part?
Yeah.
You think Noah?
Probably Snoop Dogg.
I really like seeing 50 Cent upside down, like his music video. It's pretty sick. So at the end of the game, the blue Gatorade color.
Yeah, I mean.
From the Rams. It's never there.
I mean, I guess I said if Bengals win, it was going to be orange. If Rams win, it was going to be blue. So
See, I never
too bad I
did
didn't put any
like
money
that.
on it.
See, I thought it was red. I don't know why. I had a weird feeling that it was going to be red.
Well, you were obviously wrong.
I was very wrong.
It's never their jersey color. I don't think it's ever
That's
been.
why.
I don't think it's ever
red
been their
though.
jersey color.
Mason, you were going with purple.
I was going with
I
purple.
don't think I've ever seen purple.
10-year anniversary. I saw that on TikTok before the game. 10-year anniversary. It hasn't been purple in 10 years. That's why I thought it was going to be purple.
Well, I mean, I think there was a few, during the game, there was a few calls on my opinion that there's some pass interference where I thought they should put, I mean, the whistles were put away the whole game until the end when the Rams were driving down. I mean, there was a little bit of holding, but it was a touchy call, so I think there's going to be, I mean, I don't know if you guys saw Aaron Donald was offsides on the last play of the game, too.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, I mean, there's going to be some controversy around it, but.
Especially because on that last play, like you said, like, all the reports after the game were saying, like, Jamar Chase
He was wide open.
Wide open.
He dusted Jalen
That's a
Ramsey.
touchdown if Burrow has an extra second.
I mean, Jalen Ramsey kind of looked like burnt toast the whole game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
The Rams' last offensive drive was crazy. They had about 5 chances to score a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, the flags definitely helped them out there in the end zone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Pass interference call that close in the goal line.
Yeah.
I also, I mean, Cooper Kupp's a dog.
Oh my gosh,
He
he's
is.
crazy.
His story is amazing also.
It is.
What do you have this year? He had the leading reception yards?
Triple crown. Receptions, reception yards, and touchdowns.
That's crazy.
And he was told that he was never going to make it out of high school and go to a college and play football. So.
Yep. He actually came out at the end of the game winning Super Bowl MVP, and he said he didn't deserve it, but I think it's complete opposite. He definitely deserved it.
absolutely.
After
Very
everything he did
deserving,
this year,
yeah.
he definitely deserves
just
Super
going
Bowl
through the
MVP.
whole season.
I mean, also with the Super Bowl being in LA too, how about all the celebrities at the game?
Yeah, I know.
They were everywhere, so that was pretty cool to see. But and you guys see the video of LeBron dancing to 50 Cent?
Yeah. See, everyone made it a big deal, like, home field advantage at the Super Bowl. I thought it was real funny. The commissioner said, we won't let that happen again, and next year the Super Bowl is in Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we all know the Cowboys aren't going to the Super Bowl, so that's
They
a
won't
given.
make it.
See, the thing with the Rams is Cooper Kupp won MVP, but I feel like they had 2 or 3 players that had a good chance for MVP. Like
Aaron
Cooper
Donald.
Kupp, Aaron Donald,
Yeah.
Matt Stafford even made a chance for it.
Honestly, but the issue with the Rams is that they got players retiring this year, and they also have a lot of free agents this year that they're going to have to sign and spend a lot of money. They went all in this year. I mean, they traded for Von Miller. They got Odell. They went all in for the Super Bowl. They got it, but, I mean.
See, that's how I said, at the beginning of this, I said, Rams, if they didn't get it this year, I think this was their one and only shot. But the Bengals, they're super young. They got people like Jesse Bates on, he's going to be a free agent this year, but I think they're going to franchise tag him.
They'll bring him back.
I mean, their offenses, I mean, you got Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, and Joe Mixon. I mean, they're all under 26 years old.
Right.
I mean,
They're so young.
They got a lot of time.
I definitely think they'll be back in the Super Bowl within the next, 2 years.
They'll be the team to beat.
You guys think that the Rams will re-sign Odell after blowing both knees out?
Odell said that he'll give the Rams a discount. That's what, a discount. He said he'd sign back for cheap.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
you see,
it's just hard. It's hard for the Rams to really pull the trigger and sign him to a big deal after he blew both his knees out.
After he blew his knee out, though, I forget who tweeted it, but there's a player. They said that turf should be banned.
Yeah.
They said it's blowing players. I mean, people like
I did see
Saquon,
I did see that.
now you got Odell. They all blew their knees
Chris
out.
Godwin.
They all blew their knees out because of turf.
This was a horrible year for injuries.
Yeah,
it was.
a lot of injuries. Hurt my fantasy team.
All right, well, that's all we have for today, folks. Thank you.
All your professors, all of them, they know that all it takes is one dreamer with passion, one person, and they hope in each of you that you might be that one who makes a longer-lasting light bulb, who writes music for the ages, who reaches into the mind and discovers a new star, and who can change the world of a 5th grader. We're gathered here to hope in you.
And we're back with more of AHS-TV's Best of the Nest. I'm Bretland Johns of AHS-TV. Next up, our own Dylan Gagini takes a look at what is potentially waiting seniors for our time here at AHS has drawn to a close. Let's take a look.
Hello, I'm Dylan Gagini of AHS-TV. Today, I'm joined by Trevor Aldrich and Andy Painter, 2 seniors here at AHS, to talk about the struggles of post-secondary plans. Would you guys please tell us a little bit about yourself for the viewers?
I'm Trevor. I'm 18. I come to Armstrong every day. So. I'm Andy. I'm also 18, and I'm a senior at AHS.
Thank you. Now, Armstrong TV's Colin Shaw is going to talk to some students about their plans after high school.
What's your name? My name is Mason Carney. I'm a senior at AHS. What do you plan on doing after high school? I plan on hopefully growing my clothing resale business to a higher scale because it's pretty small right now, and unfortunately I don't make a lot of profit at the moment. But I don't have many education plans because of my grades over the COVID years. Mm-hmm. As you know, were your grades good over the COVID years? No. No, it was so hard to focus, right? Yeah. That affects a lot of students, I think, because it was hard for them to focus, and then getting a post-secondary education after high school was just difficult because of that, meeting the standards of students that actually kept with their routines. How do you plan on growing your business? Hopefully outsourcing my clothing. If you buy in bulk, it's a lot cheaper because of just the scale of it. That's usually how bigger clothing companies like Nike and Adidas work, is that they outsource their products, buy them for cheaper, ship them to America and sell them. Currently, I look out for the cheapest sales on clothing, like vintage clothing from the 80s or 90s, and I resell it for a marked up price. I make a lot of profit sometimes, and sometimes I don't. I just made a sale recently. I got a sweater for 20 cents and sold it for 30, and I made a profit of 25 after expenses.
My name is Steven Starr.
What do you plan on doing after high school?
I plan on going to college for nursing.
What nursing are you planning on pursuing?
Either like a nurse practitioner or a nurse anesthetist.
Do you plan on pursuing athletics after high school?
No.
My name is Maggie Cipher.
What do you plan on doing after high school?
I plan on going to the U.S. Army National Guard Reserves and attending college afterwards.
Why do you want to pursue that branch?
I want to pursue that branch because honestly, I get free college, I get all the benefits that anybody else would, and you know, I can't beat those offers, and I have a full ride scholarship, so all of my college is free, and everything that I'm doing at Basic is free as well.
Do you plan on pursuing athletics after high school?
Yes, I'm going to be playing college softball at Mount Aloysius College. It's near Altoona, about 25 minutes from Penn State.
Well, there you have it, folks. Straight from the seniors at Armstrong. Back to you in the studio, Gagini.
Thanks, Colin. I'm Dylan Gagini of AHS-TV for those of you just tuning in, and I'm joined today by Trevor Aldrich and Andy Painter to talk about the struggles of senioritis and future plans for after high school. So to start us off, how's school been going this year for you guys?
Been going good. It's been some rough patches, but I think I'm on the straight and narrow now.
That's good.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Grades are looking alright.
Yeah. So, have you guys felt the effects of senioritis at all yet? Kind of the whole stereotype is, as you're a senior, you kind of get that itch. It's just like you really want it to end, you know?
Yeah, I think I wanted it to end like before the school year started. I just want to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of with him, but it'll be sad whenever it ends and not being able to see all my friends every day and stuff.
Yeah, I can agree with that. That's going to be the worst part, is not seeing your friends, you know? So, what are your guys' plans after high school?
I plan to go to the Marines, and after I'm done with that, I intend to invest my money and just let my income grow passively.
Yeah, that's pretty smart. It's actually a more popular career nowadays.
Yeah. I plan to go to IUP for physics/pre-engineering, and then with that, go to PennDOT and get a job.
So, for the PennDOT, is that something that you just kind of sprung out of nowhere? Did you just think about that, or is there something specific that made you want to pursue that?
Both of my father and my brother are in it, and it's interested me for a while, and I've thought about many things to do, but I think that's what I'm set on.
Yeah.
So.
And I know Trevor personally, and I know he's kind of been set on the Marines for a while, but is there anything specific that made you choose the Marines over the other branches?
Not really. They're just kind of cooler, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever floats your
boat. Got a better vibe.
Yeah. So, do you guys know what your living situation is going to be after high school? You going to get your own place? You going to move in with maybe a friend, or stay at home?
I plan to try and move out in the summer, but if I can't, let's spend in a couple extra months at home.
really. Yeah.
I think throughout college I'll try and rent an apartment, and then after that probably just live with my parents for a couple more years, make money, and then move out.
So, just to finish us off here, guys, what's the one thing you're gonna miss the most when you graduate?
Probably just the atmosphere, I guess. I want to see everybody every day and different people.
Andy?
Just missing like all the teachers and friends, seeing them every day.
So that's all for this segment of Best of the Nest. I'd like to thank Andy and Trevor for joining me today to talk about the importance of being in school.
Well, that's our show for this week. Best of the Nest is produced by students enrolled in television production courses at Armstrong High School. Join us again next time for the look at what is happening around Armstrong High School for the students' point of view. Until then, from our nest to yours, have a great week.